Let's explore Tagxedo. The first thing you need to do is enter the website URL after opening a browser. Now that you're on the home page, it is time to create our first word cloud with style. Click on the Create. This will open the Tagxedo work environment. There will always be an example shown for you as you see here, depending on the holiday and the time of the year. What we need to do is input our own information in, so we will start with the Load option. Once you click Load, you have two choices. You could place a website URL, or you could enter text. I already have some text about trees that I'm going to input into the enter text box. Once you have entered your text or your website, click Submit. It may take a few moments for the information from a web page to show up in your work environment. Now that the text has been submitted, click the X, and you will see a very simple layout of your words. The larger words were repeated more often in your text than the smaller words. Take your cursor and hover over different words. Now let's take a look at the options for our text. You'll notice under respins we have some different choices for color, theme, font, orientation, and layout. Before we work with the actual colors and the look, we may want to start with the shape that we desire. Underneath Options, you have a choice for shape. Click the triangle for the Shape menu. The shapes that you see in blue are shapes that Tagxedo has already provided for you. What is wonderful about Tagxedo is if you don't see the shape you're looking for, you can add your own. I'm going to add an image by clicking on the Add Image box. And my image file is on my desktop. And select Open. This next step allows you to change the threshold of the text related to your graphic. By dragging the slider left and right, allows you to see where the text will be added. After looking at the threshold, you can also then look at the interior. Currently, with the interior black, that's where the words will go. If we make the interior white, then the words will go on the outside of the graphic. Next, click Accept. And you'll see that your words have been placed in the image that you just selected. Now it's time to take a look at colors. If we click on the arrow with the respin beside color, it will automatically make color choices for us. If we want to pick our own color, then what we can do is go to the next box, which is Theme, and that will respin an entire theme. Or if you like to customize, click on the triangle, and this will give you a list of all the different themes that are available. The dark colored box in the background, that's the color of the background. The little squares on the inside, that is the color of your text. As you can see, you can select your choices, and off to the right, see how that looks with your graphic. Once you have your desired theme, click on the X to close the window. Your next option is Font. Again, you can click the respin and it will pick a font for you. Or click on the triangle and select a font of your choosing. Again, click on the font, and off to the right will be the example of what it'll look like. Now that we have the font that we like, we can go up and click the X to close the window. Our next option is the orientation. Again, you have the choice to respin orientation and let a random option come up, or go to the triangle and select any, horizontal. Notice in horizontal that my tree trunk no longer exists because there weren't enough small words to make the trunk. So in some cases, you may not be able to use your desired orientation because your words won't fit in your graphic. Vertical. Again, now that my words are all vertical, I do not have any ground for my tree. Or horizontal and vertical. It's a good idea to try the different options until you find the one that you would like. After you have selected your orientation, close the box by clicking in the X. At this time, you do not want to respin the layout or respin them all because it'll change all of the things that you have just now set. Now that our Tagxedo word cloud is created, the next thing we'll want to do is save it. In order to save a word cloud from Tagxedo, go to the File menu that says Save. At this point, you have lots of different options for the format in which you'd like to save. You have JPEG, PNG for choices for images. Remember, the larger the image is, the larger you'll be able to use it and print it at a later time. Smaller images cannot be enlarged without depixelating. It's always better to save a large image and shrink it than it is to save a small image to try to enlarge. You have other options beside images in the Save menu. You have a tab for the web. On the tab for the web is a location for you to fill in information to submit this Tagxedo to the gallery. Under the Print tab, allows you to bring up your printer that's hooked to your computer, select Print, and print a copy of the image. Selecting Thumbnail will give us a smaller image that you could use as a thumbnail in a particular website. And finally, we have an Advanced tab. An Advanced tab is for those of you users that would like to create this as an embedded app or get the HTML code to put into a website, a wiki, a blog. Once I have saved my image, you may see a box that appears that looks like this, where you can visit the store and order your products, make t-shirts and mugs, share it with your Facebook friends, donate so it says free, share with your Twitter followers, like it, or just say no thanks, I'm busy today. This is how you create a Tagxedo word cloud. Now it's your turn to give it a try.